Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. Where the possibility of a bounty can make pirates dumb, it can make them fearless too. In their fearlessness and greed, they end up messing badly. Very badly. Let's take a look at times when Somali pirates messed with wrong navies. Captured by Royal Navy. A little homework before you plan to let some nasty things get going is a must, or else get ready to bear some very unpleasant consequences. Just like these pirates. Around 13 of these were captured by the Royal Navy along the coast of the Indian Ocean. A U.S. Navy vessel chased the pirates, which, even after a warning gun shot from a Royal Navy helicopter, refused to stop. But on a tiny boat crowded with pirates in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by RFA Fort Victoria, U.S. Navy, and 8 big helicopters hovering over you, how fast do you think can get away? That too in a wide ocean with no boundaries at all. Well, the fate is pretty clear. They were arrested and their weapons were seized. I wonder what had happened afterwards. German Navy attack. In another incident, these bright minds dare to invade yet another naval possession. The footage was made available on March 29, 2009, where the pirates attacked a German naval tanker called FGS Spessart. They were around 85 miles away from the Somali port when a Spanish helicopter, Dutch, Greek, along with US, NATO, and EU warships managed to outplay them. What were they thinking? You can't sabotage Germans. Turns out the Germans arrested the pirates and brought them to Kenya. Sounds pretty justifying, because how much stupid it is, too much stupid, to attack on naval supply ships. Pirate versus Spanish fleet. On November 28, 2011, a Spanish fishing vessel got under the pirates' attack. While patrolling the nearby area, the Royal Marines were informed about the incident, and a helicopter was sent immediately to examine the situation. The fishing vessel was surrounded by a whaler and skiff, but skiff being fast tried to speedboat just when the helicopter chased it with a gunshot by a specially trained sniper on board. The skiff stopped and suspected pirates were seized. They then conquered another skiff and the whaler with a total of 7 pirates boarding on them. So once again, gentlemen, the Royal Navy successfully takes pride in holding the thieves of the sea captive with no injuries on either side. Malaysian troops came to the rescue. The Gulf of Aden is considered as one of the world's busiest shipping routes, and therefore it has become a hotspot for pirate attacks. 7 Somali men and boys ganged up to hijack a chemical tank until Malaysian troops came to save the day. These pirates were accused of using firearms against the Malaysian Navy, which, by the way, carries a charge for death sentence. But among them was a 15-year-old who was young enough to face such execution, but apparently he was not young enough to have been involved in such activities. Anyways, as long as the Malaysian forces are on board, they can't do much. Taking Russians as hostages. These pirates might not know how extremely brutal Russians can get, otherwise they wouldn't dare messing up with them. Somali pirates took over a Russian oil tanker along with their men as hostages. It was going from Sudan to China, carrying 86,000 tons of crude oil worth $52 million. With that amount of money, anybody can take a risk, right? Until a Russian warship came in as a savior. Things got entangled in a firefight between both the parties, which ended up releasing 23 seamen from the pirates. And boy, that is how the Russians managed to send the pirates to hell. Turkish Navy saved the day. As a part of NATO mission to fight piracy, 5 pirates were captured by Turkish commandos in the Gulf of Aden. Just as these pirates were about to get on the ship in order to hijack it, the Turkish forces came into action. They boarded a warship, a helicopter, and a few well-built commandos to combat a small vessel of pirates. This was just to hype up the situation with terror, as these same pirate gangs have previously taken millions of dollars from many merchant ships, and this time warding them off was necessary. Hence, the extra safety measures were taken to flip the coin in the favor of Turkish forces. French Navy catches band of pirates. Good cops, bad cops. Well, you know who is entitled as the dumbest criminals on the planet? It's the Somali Pirates, who decided to attack a French naval vessel earlier in March 2010. A very well-deserved title, I must say, because who would confuse a naval ship with a merchant vessel? Entirely unaware of the fact that this ship was actually a part of EU's defense of the area. The French authorities captured their small boats, roaming around 500 miles away from the ship. In a flash, 11 armed gunmen loaded with weaponry from head to toe. There were rocket launchers, rifles, and whatnot attached to each one of them. Also, some even say they have a standby mothership near, which was lucky to be escaped from the French Navy. In one way or another, well done, French Navy! Messing up with Americans. It was in 2019 when these pirates again decided to go down on icy ground. But this time they had mistaken the American forces with the Russians. I'm not sure if they had special strategies lined up for Russians, but on a serious note, both seem like not to be messed with. A pirate named Belingo was ordered by his senior captain, Zingaro, to climb up the ship despite the atmosphere lingering with danger. Apparently Belingo thought it was a Russian ship, but Captain Zingaro assured him it's an American ship, and they, for some reason, will only shoot at the sea. Poor Belingo, who was shot as soon as he seconded on the commands of his officer. Combating with Chinese Navy. Attacking a huge merchant vessel on a tiny boat, these 6 pirates didn't fear the risk. In 2010, the pirates aimed at striking the Chinese vessel in the Gulf of Aden. Perhaps this seemed like an easy target to them, but when the Chinese naval forces showered them with heavy artillery and fired gunshots around their ship into the ocean, it was an obvious success to the Navy. Upon realizing, the pirates decided to surrender while throwing their hands into the air. The Chinese therefore successfully cleaned the pirate-infested water by taking them as prisoners. Cruise ship mishap. This one is about a pirate who took the naval forces way too lightly when he saw a string of rope hanging out of the ship and started to climb up the Opportunity alone. And to his disbelief, he was caught guilty by a security personnel from the Navy. The officer held him immediately for questioning that he wasn't even left with his last wish to be granted. At last, he would have worn that pirate's eye patch to be taken a little more seriously, right? And now let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows? We might even feature it in one of our videos. Today's subscriber's pick is a picture of pirates seized by the Indian Navy. The operation was conducted when the pirate attacks off the Indian coast have become increasingly violent. Well, if you are going to trigger the enemy, it will eventually come up with a much better trap plan. So, after a 3-hour-long battle session along the Arabian Sea, 16 Somalia pirates were captured while rescuing 16 crew members from the hijacked Iranian ship, out of which 12 were Iranians and 4 of them were Pakistanis. I wonder if these pirates had a mastermind like Jack Sparrow somewhere hidden out there. Chased by British vessel. Legends have it that pirates hide their treasure in the deep waters. Well, this couldn't be true. Otherwise, they wouldn't always choose a boat against mighty ships. A few years back, a bunch of pirates decided to encounter a Norwegian tanker until they were chased by the British vessel. But when this British vessel seemed to give up, a Canadian warship named Winnipeg came to the rescue. A gunman fires down the boat to stop them, but as these pirates were brimming with loads of weapons, it took 7 hours for the Winnipeg to embark on its wind and take the pirates captive. Unfortunately, the authorities were ordered to release the pirates promptly, as they were far out of Canada's jurisdiction. God, that was so close! Dutch Marine hijacked by pirates. This time, pirates have crossed the Dutch Marines to the point where they end up taking the lives of 2 pirates. This was one of the most fatal pirate encounters that had ever taken place in the history of pirate attacks. In April 2011, off the coast of Somalia, While patrolling the area, Dutch Marines had caught sight of a hijacked Iranian boat with a total of 16 pirates ruling over it. The firefight ended up taking lives of 2 pirates, while some of them ran away and others were injured badly. If they haven't learned their lesson yet, the Dutch forces are still looking to hunt them down. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. See you next time.